Now, Nigerian teams are through to the next stage of the CAF club competitions, and Chijioke Akuneto has made history by becoming the first player to score on an international goal at the Agege Stadium as MFMFC defeated visiting AS Real Bamako 1-0 in their second leg first round tie of the CAF Champions League. MFM qualified for the second round of the competition on a 2-1 aggregate scoreline. They had played out a 1-1 draw in the first leg in Mali. Now, Nigerian League champions Plateau United have also qualified to the next round after defeating Edin Sports of Cameroon. Now, but the result of the day came from Banjul in Gambia, where against the odds, Akwa United defeated Hawks to reach the second round of the CAF Confederation Cup. Emeka Olisema scored the 2 goals in the second leg first round tie to give Akwa a 3-2 aggregate victory over the Gambian side. They had lost the first leg 2-1 at home in Uyo.
I'm working to make sure that I bring him.
In the first leg, they didn't play as much the players today. As we are like this now, we are representing Nigeria. So there's a big task ahead of us.
Well, joining us now is former Enugu Rangers stationery stores captain and Concord FC midfielder, and of course brother to the history maker Chijioke Akuneto, who is currently a coach's instructor and mentor with the English FA, Chuks Akuneto. Glad to have you join us, Chuks. Right, Chuks, well, if you are there now, your brother following in your footsteps, how does that feel that after 20 years of no continental club action in Lagos, your brother has got the first club international goal at the Agege Stadium? Well, then, I guess some challenge there, but away from football a bit. I hope we'll be able to come back to that. The Nigerian bobsleigh team have finished 20th in their final heat at the 2018 Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang. The Nigerian women made up of Sheung Adigun, Akwoma Omega, and Ngozi Onwumere as well failed to make the mark in their first 2 heats on Tuesday. They couldn't improve the mark in their third and fourth heats on Wednesday to finish 20th of the field of 20 teams, but they have made history as the first women to represent Africa in the sport. No African nation has won a winter medal, and after the first 2 heats, the pair were last in 3 minutes 5 seconds behind the German leaders in a sport that measures success and defeat in hundredths of a second. Now, the International Olympic Committee, IOC, has told its longest-serving member, Dick Pound, he's free to leave the organization after the Canadian labeled fellow members old farts for not being tougher on Russia over doping. The 75-year-old Pound, a 1960 Olympic swimming participant who joined the IOC back in 1978, is a 2-time former vice president and has been a vocal critic in the media of the handling of the Russian doping scandal for 2 years. But he has never voted against the IOC's decisions on Russia for both the 2016 Olympics in Rio as well as the Pyeongchang Olympics. But then the IOC, responding to the latest criticism by Pound, who said athletes should scare the IOC by threatening to stay away from the games unless the IOC got tougher on doping. All right, Chuks Akuneto is back with us after the MFM. His brother, Chijioke, made history by scoring the first international goal at the Agege Stadium as MFM qualified for the next round of the CAF Champions League, representing Nigeria for the first time. Glad to have you rejoin us now, Chuks. Let me ask you, how does it feel after all these years, 20 years, and your brother is the one scoring that first goal at the Agege Stadium?
It's something to be, grateful for. He's done well. He's worked hard, and we thank God for His grace and His mercy. I hope he kicks on from now on to things that are greater and then better. Well done to him.
Right. Now, with all the teams you played for, and what you do now with the English FA as a coaches instructor and mentor, maybe you and your family should have a legendary status that could displace some people on the NFF Legends list. As you are aware, the NFF does not have Rashidi Yekini, does not have Mudashiru Lawal, Stephen Keshi, or even Peter Rufai on its Legends list. My family have not actually done enough to be on the list of those legends. But the NFF must come out clean and let us know the actual criteria and justify why some people should not be on that list. Because you've mentioned two iconic members of the Nigerian fraternity. The history will never be complete without Rashidi. In his generation, he carried the national team for 14 years. He scored 37 goals in 62 matches. That's a goal ratio of 0.62. That is unequaled in Africa. And the other player you mentioned, Mudashiru Babatunde, played in 5 consecutive African Cup of Nations. He had 86 caps, 12 goals, and he played with distinction. History did not start 10 years ago. History started a long time ago. So maybe the NFF should go back and go and revisit what has been done and pay homage, rightly so, to those that have given us platform to go and express ourselves and enjoy the current dominance and the current relevance that we have in African football. What do you think was responsible for this? I mean, the NFF is the custodian of football in Nigeria, as it were. They are the regulators. And if they do not get their history right, who else will? What do you think could have happened? Why the omission?
First, I should give them a credit for those involved for actually innovating something of this nature. It was well overdue. They should actually come out and tell us what criteria, because I don't understand it. Is it the panelist composition, or have they used a criteria that we don't know? Because it seems to me like it's just, oh, I know this person, he will be there. Oh, we have put you there. We've put this person there. We've put these people there. And again, Stephen Keshi. Okay, Chukwu Uche played for in 8 years for the national team, 47 caps. Okay, Chukwu played with 5 goals. Stephen Keshi played for 14 years with 64 caps. And the time he played for the actual Flying Eagles, 79. I can remember a match 3-2 in 79. Partnered Franklin Howard in centre back. So that is a man that has given over 20 years service to the nation, a leader of generation. And you don't put Keshi on the list, and you put, Chukwu Uche. I'm struggling to understand that. I am struggling to understand that.
Well, Chooks,
the impact. Yeah, go on.
Well, Chooks, thank you so much there. I wish we had a lot more time to talk about this, because I know that some of these players, we played along some of them. But thank you so much, Chooks Akuneto, coaches instructor with the English FA there in England. And he's been talking to us about the Legends 11 of the NFF released on Monday. That will be all of sports at this time.